Morning, good morning. How are you? Okay. So next we'll move to the module 3. So in the module 1, 2, we have seen about basics. In the module 1, we have seen about what is the compute networks, then evolution of networks, evolution of switching techniques, then uh, uh, the OSI, the layer, which is to represent the compute networks, transmitters. Then we have seen about TCP/IP protocol. Then module 2, we have seen about various network devices which is used to establish the network. Then we have seen about the bridges, two types of bridges, transparent force routing bridge. Then we have seen the spanning tree algorithm which is used to reduce looping in the transparent bridge. So next module, we will move to the next layer. That is nothing but the data link layer. So the main role of data link layer, it involves mostly on error reduction, error control, and flow control mechanism. So next module we will see about the different the types of that error reduction techniques. Then different the protocols which is used to control the error. Then we will see about the MAC because it involves physical layer. That is, it involves physical addressing also. So the module 3 deals with all these. So module 3 it deals with the data link layer. The first portions we will see about the error, the various types of errors occurred, and then error reduction technique. The types of error. So error it may be a single bit error or multiple bit error or burst errors. Burst errors. So single bit error means only the one the bit error will occur. So multiple bit error means it is more than one. So burst error means it is a continuous error. It is a continuous error. For example. So single bit error, let us consider this is then the sending the frame. And the receiving side instead of 0, if we are receiving as 1, then that is nothing but a single bit errors. Except all remaining bits only it contains error at the one only one bit. So it is nothing but a single bit error. So multiple bit, it is not a continuous bit. It is a random bit. So for example, this is the send. Instead of this one, we are receiving as 0. Instead of 0, we are receiving as 1. This is nothing but a multiple bit errors. Multiple bit errors. So burst error, it is a continuous. Burst errors, it is a continuous. You see here, burst error, this is the sending, this is the receiving. So if the error is occurring 2 and more bits continuously, then that is called as burst errors. Burst errors. So it is easy to identify, detect single bit, if possible multi-bit also. But burst error, it is little bit tough to detect burst errors because if you're using any techniques, we cannot able to identify, rectify, or detect the errors. Detect errors. So burst errors plays the vital role in any the task. So the redundancy, I think this is studied digital communications. It is the error detection. It uses the concept of redundancy, which means adding extra bits for detecting errors. We are adding a redundant bit, that is the additional bit to detect the error in the transmission. For example, so this is the data. This is the center node. This is the data. So we are additionally adding some redundant bit to detect the error if it is transmitting through medium, if it is it is receiving. Then it check with the redundancy data. If it is the both are matching, then it is okay. There is no error. It will receive the information. Otherwise, it will reject the data. So different types of the redundancy check. It is nothing but the parity check, then CRC, that is cycle redundancy check, then checksum. The three different techniques for error reduction. One is the parity check, CRC, checksum. So parity check, I think this is studied even in digital logic design, odd parity, even parity, that parity generator, all these things I think you study. So the parity check, from the data, it calculates the number of ones. Number of ones. If you see here, it is 1, 2, 3, 3. So it is having only 3 ones. So if it is odd number of one means it add 1 as a parity check bit to make number of one is even, then that is called as the even parity checker. Even parity checker. That is, it will count the number of ones. If it is odd, then it will append one as the parity bit to make number of one is even, including parity bit. If it is that is number of one in the data, it is the even. It will just affix 0 as the parity bit to make it as even. To make it as even. This is the even parity check. In the reverse, it count number of bits. It is, if it is even, then yes, it receives. If it is odd, it will reject. But only the major problem here. So if 2-bit error is occurs, for example, 11000001, this is the data. Then we are adding 1 to make it as even. Maybe due to error in the receiving side. Suppose if we are receiving like this 1000001. Again, if it counts, yeah, number of bit is 1 here, here. Automatically, what the system thinks, okay, without any error, we are received. So it will just discard the parity bit, it will receive the information. But this is the error data. So using parity, the check, you can be able to detect single bit error. Single bit error. So odd parity, it is the reverse. It count number of ones. If it is the even, it add 1 as the parity to make it as odd. If it is odd, it adds 0 as a parity to make it as odd. This is the even parity and odd parity. The main, the bottleneck, it able to detect only the single bit error. So if you see that, this is the vertical redundancy check. So this is the data. It checks number of ones. It is 3 odd. So it generates VRC as 1. It affix, then it is transmitting. In the receiving, it is checking. This is nothing but the VRC. So the linear check LRC, it move in the linear directions. Here, all the data. This is data 1. Data 2, it will move in a vertical. It will move in the vertical. But in LRC, all the data, it will transmit in a linear combinations. It will check in a linear combination. So the combination of VRC, LRC, if you go that, you will get a better performance. You will get a better performance. For example, so we are combining. So these VRC, all these vertical as well as the linear as a separate. Suppose if it is a 5 thing, so we are combining all the vertical as the single one, single data. We see here, this is data 1, so data 2, data 3, data 4, data 5, data 6. But for easy analysis, we are dividing that into VRC and LRC. The similar way, VRC, it checks number of ones. So 1, 2, 3. So it contains only the 3, 1, it affix 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, it affix 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1, it affix 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, it affix 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, it affix 1. Then it is transmitting. So if you see with an example, so LRC and VRC. So if you see that VRC, so 1, 1, 1, so 1. Here it is even 0, odd 1. Here it is even 0, odd 1. Here it is even 0, odd 1. This we cannot decide now. Now I am working in the LRC angle. LRC 1, 2, 3. So it is odd. So I am adding 1. It is odd. I am adding 1. It is also odd. I am adding 1. It is also odd. I am adding 1. So now if you see here, it is even. So I am adding 0. In the receiving side, it cross checks. This is the receiving. The entire things it is receiving. It cross checks. So 1 1 1. So 0. So this is E1 0 0. So now if you are getting all these things are 0, that means without any error we are receiving. It simply discard this last row, last column as a parity. It receives the information. So how can you fix the position of the error? Which position error is occurring? For example, in this position, suppose instead of 1, it is receiving a 0. Now while checking in the receiving side parity, so here 1, 1, 1, that means it is odd 1. I am going to go for even parity. So it is the recheck. Here it is 1. Similarly, in these directions, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, so 1. So if all the last rows and zeros, all the that is the last column and last row is 0, then there is no error. If it is 1, error is happening. So based on this position, easily you can be able to deduct the error, which position error is occurring. So you can be able to correct the error also. So if it is a single bit error, using combination of BRC, LRC, you can be able to deduct as well as the correct for a single bit error. This is nothing but a parity. Then CRC, it is the cyclic redundancy check. It is having CRC polynomial, standard polynomial. Simply, we are dividing the respective data using the divisor. We are getting CRC, that is a reminder. We are adding reminder along with the data. We are transmitting. Then using the same divisor, we are dividing CRC plus data. If remainder is 0, that means there is no error. If remainder is non-zero, it is error. So automatically the information is rejected. It is a simple, very, very simple problem. So this is the polynomial. For example, in the divisors, we will give the polynomial. We will give the CRC polynomial also. So if you are giving polynomial, kindly convert that into the divisor binary value. It is 1. So 1, 1. So x power 3, x power 4, there is no value. So 0, 0. X power 5 is 1. X power 6, it is 0. X power 7 is 1. Suppose if you are giving this as the divisor polynomial, kindly convert that into the divisor value, then proceed further. So we will see one the small problem, the examples. So the data, it is a data. This is the divisor. So 1, 0, 0, 1 is the data. Divisor is 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. So along with the data, kindly affix n minus 1 bits as the augmented data words compared with the divisor. If divisor it combines 4 bit, kindly add n minus 1, that is nothing but a 3 bit as the augmented data word for an easy calculations. The CRC first step, you should append augmented data word in a data such that it should be lesser than 1 bit comparing to the divisor. That is the first step. So now, so 1 0 0 1 plus 3 zeros. This is the divisor. Now I am going to multiply these with, since it is an 1, I am multiplying with 1. So 1 0 1 1. I am going to subtract. So 1 1 XOR operations. Because in the subtraction binary it is nothing but an XOR. So 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 0. Now 0 1 0, we are bringing this 0 here. So 0 1 0 0. Since the first bit is 0, I am multiplying with the 0. So 0. Again I am doing XOR operations. So if it is doing XOR operations, this is 1 0 0. I am adding this 0 here. This is 1 0 0 0. Since the first bit is 1, I am multiplying with 1. So 1 0 1 1. I am doing XOR operations. I am doing XOR operation. So here it is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Now this is the reminder. This is the reminder. I am bringing this 0 here. So 0, 1, 1, 0. Since first bit is 0, that is the uppermost is 0, I am multiplying with 0. So 0, 0, 0. This is 1, 1, 0. Now this is the remainder. This is the CRC value. CRC value. So along with the data, I am affixing his remainder 110 along with this data. Then that is called as the code word. I am going to transmit this code word through medium. In the receiving side, suppose let us consider I am receiving without any error. I am receiving without any error code word. I am doing inverse operations. Again, I am dividing with the divisor, same polynomial 1011. I am repeating same process. So I will get 0 as the remainder. That is nothing but the syndrome. If the syndrome is 000, that means without any error, we have received the information. So I am discarding this CRC value, then I am decoding my original data. So 100 is original data, so it is accepted. Let us consider some error is happening. Error is happening. Instead of this one, let us consider I am receiving a 0. This is the error bit. I am doing the same inverse operations. I am dividing with the divisor. If I am again repeating same divisions, I will get remainder as 0, 1, 1. That means it is not equal to 0. That means the error is happening. So I am rejecting this data. I'm rejecting this data. So kindly practice few problems. You may get maybe 3 marks or 4 marks problem in a CAT using CRC. It is very very simple. First, from the given code word from the divisor, kindly affix augmented data word along with the code word that should be lesser than 1 bit as compared to the divisor. Suppose divisor it is a 4 bit, kindly affix 3 zeros. If divisor is 5 bit, kindly affix the 4 zeros. 4 zeros. Then you can go for the divisions, that is the divisions, then XOR additions. Instead of subtraction, go for XOR additions. You'll get the remainder. Then affix the remainder at the end of the data, then transmit. In the receiver, we are doing inverse operations. Without any error, if all are 0 means, so without any error, we are receiving. Simply, we are discarding that CRC, the bit, then we are accepting data. If it is error is happening, we won't get 0 as a remainder at the receiver side. That means error is happening. So we are going to the discard. We are going to discard. So one more drawback.
Sir,
Yeah, yes.
is the divisor fixed?
We will give that the divisor is common to both transmit receivers. We will give the polynomials. We will give the divisor.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. One more drawback. One more drawback here. The main problem. For example, this is the code word. So 1001 This is the data. This is the CRC value. So for example, if error is occurring at the CRC, again here also I won't get as 0 as the syndrome. I won't get a 0 syndrome. I will get some value like this. So here we are going to discard the data, but actually we are not having any error at the data, only we are having error at the CRC. So this is the drawback of the CRC. The drawback of the parity check, if it is more than 1 bit, it is very tough. In the CRC, if error is happening at the CRC value, then we may lose the correct data during the receiver. So next we are going for the third method. It is the checksum. You can do this exercise. You will give like this. This is the code. This is the respective the polynomial. So first convert this polynomial into divisor. That means 1. There is no x power z 1. So 0, 1, 1. Now this is the divisor. The data is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. I am going to add augmented bit. What is the length of augmented bit? It should be lesser than one of the divisor. So 3. So 0, 0, 0. I am doing all these things. I will get 3 bits CRC. I am going to affix here as a code word. I am going to transmit. In the receiver side, I am doing inverse operation along with the respective CRC code word. If I am getting 0, 0, 0, then there is no error. There is no error. So it is very, very easy only. If you are performing the respective XOR operations correctly, then division correctly, binary division correctly, you will get the correct answer. So kindly practice this as the homework. So next we will move to checksum. Checksum, it is a different method. So in a sender side, suppose if let us consider if it is 5 data or the maybe 6 the data words. In a CRC, we are going to add the code word for the single data word. Then we are going to transmit. There, if you are adding maybe 3 bit for each and every code word, every data, then automatically, the latency will be the problem because the length of the transmission bit will increases. This will reduce the delay during the transmissions in the receiving side. To overcome that, we are going for the checksum. In the checksum method, for example, if it is the input is the 5 continuous data word or 6 or 7, so we are computing checksum for all the input data. We are going to only add checksum at the last as the single value. Then we are going to transmit. Receiving side, we are doing inverse operations. So here at the number of the redundant bit, it is very, very less as comparing to the CRs. That is the main advantage of checksum. For example, suppose if it contains k sections. Suppose data is contains k number of words. I am going to compute sum of all these things. I am going to compute sum. I am going to take the ones complement. That is nothing but the checksum. In a checksum methodology, you kindly compute the sum of all the data word, take the ones complement, then that is nothing but a checksum. I am going to affix that checksum at the last of the data word. So now the length of this data word is nothing but k plus 1. Because the length of data is k, length of the code word it is nothing but k plus 1. So I am going to transmit. In the receiving side, I am doing inverse operations. I am going to compute again sum. If it is all or 1, it is accepted. Otherwise, it is rejected. If there is no error, if I am doing inverse operations, since here I did ones complement, so if I am doing inverse operations, I will get sum as 1. If it is 1, then accept, otherwise reject. So the small example we will see. We will see with that small example. Suppose the following the block of 16 bits is to be sent using a checksum of 8 bits. So divide this into 8-bit data. So 8-bit data. I am going to compute the sum of all. Then compute the checksum. That is a ones complement. Just invert this. Now I am going to add this checksum along with the data. Then I am going to transfer. In the receiver side, again I am computing sum for the data with the checksum. So now I am getting all are 1. That means there is no error. If I am computing ones complement, I will get 0. Even this is also not required. If sum is all is 1, then that means without any error, I am receiving the information. There is no error. I can accept the data, then I can discard the checks. Discard the checks. So this is also the very simple problem. You kindly the practice the checksum problem. Either you will get CRC or checksum as the maybe for 4 marks or 5 marks in a CAT. You kindly practice. This is a binary. Suppose if you are asking in terms of hexadecimal, okay, before that you will see with the error. Suppose if error is happening, then we are going to compute the sum. This is carry. We are adding carry. You will get the answer. That means it is not all or one. That means I am facing the error. That means I can reject the receiving data. If it is sum is all or one, that means the pattern is correct. If it is not all or one, the pattern is correct. The pattern is correct. Thus, this way you can be able to check the error. You can be able to detect the errors. So this is the HDLC frame format with the hexadecimal value. So we may ask the problem like this using hexadecimal values. So the flag is 7E, source address, destination address, data. So compute the frame check sequence. So the block 1, it is nothing but the 7E. So convert this into binary. Then source address 8A, convert that into binary. 8B, convert that into binary. Convert the data into binary values. So block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5. Since it involves hexadecimal, similarly, if you are going for with the overall additions, you may get the many carry bits. To overcome that, I am adding first 2 blocks. To compute the overall sum, I am splitting this into the number of blocks. Then I am adding for an easy addition. So I am adding B1, B2. I am getting carry. I am adding carry at the last. Then I am adding B3 with the sum. I am getting answer. I am adding B4 with the sum. I am getting answer. I am adding B5 with the sum. I am getting answer. I am taking one's complement. That is nothing but the checksum for a given sequence. So we may ask from like this only. We will give some hexadecimal value. Then we will ask you to find the checksum for a given sequence. So kindly practice the few problems in a checksum as well as the CRC. So this is nothing but the error control. That is the error detection. So the error control protocol techniques we will see in the next class.